Bonjour tout le monde. Good afternoon, everyone. Monsieur le très honorable Premier ministre Justin Trudeau, Monsieur le maire Jim Watson, Monsieur Tobi Nussbaum, premier dirigeant Commission de la capitale nationale, Monsieur Mark Seaman, président Commission de la capitale nationale, Mr. Masai Ujiri, Vice Chairman and President of the Toronto Raptors and Giants of Africa co-founder. Mesdames et messieurs, welcome to this great, wonderful start of our afternoon. Quel plaisir de vous accueillir chez moi, dans la magnifique circonscription d'Ottawa-Vanier, au cœur de la région de la capitale nationale. Tout d'abord, j'aimerais reconnaître que nous sommes situés en ce début d'après-midi, ici, à Ottawa, sur le territoire ancestral non cédé des peuples algonquins et Anishinaabe. Et je crois fortement qu'il n'y a pas de meilleur lieu pour être tous rassemblés afin de procéder au dévoilement de l'installation artistique Humanity. Un événement qui sera sans aucun doute mémorable. Masai Ujiri's Humanity movement was inspired by Nelson Mandela's fight for equality for all people. Keeping alive his words and actions inspired us to search for and embrace the very things that make us human, and to overcome injustice and hatred. His example was an inspiration then, and continues to be an inspiration, especially now. Over 2 years out from one of the biggest civil rights movements of this generation, the Humanity Art installation represents hope for the day when we see each other as one. Now let me ask you something. What does humanity mean to you? Pour moi, le mot humanité prend tout son sens lorsqu'on fait une différence au sein de notre communauté, lorsque l'on porte ce sentiment de bienveillance, lorsqu'on a de la compassion envers les autres et que l'action qu'on passe en étant plus inclusif pour atteindre un collectif unifié. Et lorsqu'on me demande la raison qui fait en sorte que j'ai décidé de me lancer en politique, c'est pour être au service de ma communauté, celle où j'ai grandi, où j'ai poursuivi mes ambitions professionnelles et où j'ai élevé mes enfants. Que ce soit dans le quartier, sur la colline parlementaire, du marché bas ici, à la Tour de la Paix que vous voyez, du Canal Rideau à l'Université d'Ottawa, ces attractions attirent les jeunes et moins jeunes, rassemblent et assemblent une multitude de Canadiennes et Canadiens provenant d'un bout à l'autre du pays, s'exprimant de diverses langues avec des profils aussi différents les uns que les autres. Et elle est juste là, la beauté de notre région, de toutes celles qui façonnent le Canada. Chaque personne que je croise, un individu que vous croisez dans votre quotidien, dans votre quartier, contribue à notre communauté et à l'être humain que vous êtes. There are hundreds of thousands of handfuls of human beings being behind our communities. Every single one of them give a sense to these communities and what they symbolize. Unity, having each other's back, inclusivity, diversity, and equality are my words to describe the meaning of humanity. Alors, lorsque je pense au mot humanité, je pense au mot communauté et à chaque être humain qui le définit, aux liens et caractéristiques qui nous unissent tous. And I could not be prouder that this space here in Majors Hill Park was chosen for the Humanity Art installation. It is a place where people from all over the city and tourists can gather to celebrate during a festival or a picnic, to come and reflect, or even take a stroll and admire the scenery of the Ottawa River and the Rideau Canal. And if I can say so myself, there's no better place in Canada to inspire, to fight, and strive for equality, for a better tomorrow, for a better sense of togetherness, and for a better humanity. And we are ever so grateful to have this incredible art installation here, which is a tangible representation of the humanity movement. C'est maintenant un énorme plaisir pour moi d'accueillir un leader communautaire que la Ville d'Ottawa a à cœur. Il a la Ville d'Ottawa à cœur, aussi tatoué sur le cœur, je pense. Alors veuillez, please welcome Tobi Nussbaum from the National Capital Commission.
Thank you, Minister. Bonjour. Kwe. Prime Minister, Mr. Ujiri, Mayor Watson, guests, on behalf of the NCC, it is my pleasure to welcome you to Majors Hill Park. C'est bien sûr un immense privilège d'accueillir cette œuvre d'art dans le parc Majors Hill. As the Minister said, I cannot think of a more appropriate site to host humanity. Majors Hill Park was actually one of the first federal parks in the capital and in Canada, formally established in 1875. And prior to that, it had a history as a gathering place for the Algonquin people. Encore aujourd'hui, le parc attire les familles et amis pour passer de bons moments et tisser des liens, ainsi que de nombreux festivals, dont le Festival franco-ontarien. So this location really is an apt place to host an art piece commemorating and celebrating the values of humanity. And we have great ambitions at the NCC for this important part of the capital to attract even more humanity. Behind you, situated just behind the National Gallery, there is a major NCC project that will activate the area and strengthen the connection to the Ottawa River. It's the revitalization of Nepean Point. The project will include a pedestrian bridge linking this park with Nepean Point. We will have interpretation developed in collaboration with the Algonquin Nation, with a new Algonquin name, which will strengthen the nation's cultural significance in the capital. One of our key objectives at the NCC is to turn towards the river and offer more opportunities for visitors from throughout the country and residents to view it and enjoy our stunning rivers and shorelines. So now, I would like to welcome 3 Algonquin artists from the Kitiganzini Anishinaabe First Nation. Awema Tandezi will be leading dancers Sue Thran and Wabagani Tanasco with drumming and singing of a healing song. The dancers will perform a jingle dress dance. It highlights the need for healing, as well as the efforts to correct injustices from the past. It also represents the hope that present-day events will promote reconciliation for a healthy future throughout the land. So please join me in welcoming this hope for the future, and thank you. Merci, Miigwech.
Miigwech, Awernatandisi, Sutran, and Wabegoni Tenasco for this spiritual and uniting performance. Thank you, Miigwech. And thank you, Mr. Nussbaum, for your kind words and also your leadership and efforts that are making Ottawa that beautiful national capital of Canada as we know it. Vous le savez peut-être, mais le nom de la ville d'Ottawa est un nom qui proviendrait de la langue algonquine, probablement du mot Adawe, qui signifie faire du commerce. Ce nom est si bien approprié pour moi que faire du commerce est aussi un symbole de sens communautaire et au sens plus large de l'humanité. Alors, je vais continuer en vous présentant maintenant la prochaine invitée. Please join me in welcoming an award-winning multidisciplinary artist, activist, public speaker, healer, and educator who uses her gift of words to share her story. Maya Spoken. Please come to the stage.
Thank you for that lovely introduction. My name is Maya Spoken, and I am a spoken word artist. And today I'm going to share a spoken word poem that just represents what community means to me and what it means to be resilient as a community and what it means to work together to make this world better. What should connect us? Is it grief, violence, tragedy? Is it the oppression we fall victim to, the lives we have lost all too soon? No. It is the smallest moments of liberation, hidden moments of laughter, celebration. It is the uprising against injustice, collective resistance when it all seems hopeless. It is setting fire to the system and an everyday decision to, from the ashes, build a world that redefines what should connect us. I know how it feels to fight for humanity in a world that has forced me to experience every bit of what being human means. To cry, to laugh, to fear, to be brave, to join hands together with those who feel the same. I am the strength of a single mother who has reached her limit. I am the tears of a child who needs food in their stomach. I am the stories that inspire you to make change. I am the prayers lifted up in search of grace. I am the waves of change crashing into society. I am the spirit of togetherness that ensures we see victory. So when you think about humanity, remember this. It's about an everyday decision to do more than treat people how they wish to be treated, but how they deserve. And that is with love, with care, and with burning desire to make this world better. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Maya Spoken. Thank you, and thank you for sharing your talent with us and this learning opportunity. Thank you so much. Now, when I said earlier that we Ottawans are privileged and grateful to welcome the Humanity art installation here at Majors Hill Park, it's because I'm thinking of the human being behind the Humanity movement. As an activist that promotes equality, diversity, and love, Masai Ujiri is not only the mastermind that contributed to bringing the Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy to the North. Yes, we all remember. We still feel it. But Masai is also a champion for social justice and what it implies for everyone to be as one. Welcome to Ottawa, Masai, and please, without further ado, please come to the stage, Masai Ujiri.
Oh, this is so beautiful, and to see all these beautiful people here, it's truly amazing for me. So to my friend, His Excellency, the Prime Minister, to Mr. Nussbaum, Mayor Jim Watson, Minister, thank you. Thank you so much for the kind words. Maya, that was unbelievable. And yeah, to the dancers, this is incredible, and we honor the grounds that we speak on, and we have been honored to bring this installation here. I'm very overwhelmed because I never thought in my wildest dreams that this could happen in a country that I now call my own. Yeah, I'm proud to be Canadian, very proud. I was inspired by the great Nelson Mandela, and we all know, we remember every day how selfless he was as a person, fighting for us and fighting for, struggling even, for all the things we talk about in this world today that sometimes we don't take even as serious. The simple things as love, kindness, and all the incredible words that we see here. I was also inspired by George Floyd and what happened to George Floyd. Who are we? Who are we as human beings? To see a man on the floor, knee on his neck, and crying, peeing on himself, screaming for his mom, bleeding, and somebody kneeling on him and he's handcuffed. At some point, we have to ask ourselves, regardless of what we do, who are we as human beings? In Buffalo, a white man being stumbled, right, on the floor, bleeding from his ear, 7-year-old man, all in the name of the law or things that we feel we should be doing. We should always remember who we are as human beings. And just a human being could have saved his life. And I remember that. We all remember that. And he gave us power. He gave us power to speak for injustice and inequality that goes on all around the world. And it's so important for us to know. I am so humbled to have this 8-foot installation. It has 35 words, and there are many more that you all have in your hearts. Okay? Yeah, we have to express them more. We have gone through a really tough time the last couple years. We have to come out of it. We have to. Yeah, there's healing, but there's also a hand that we can lend a neighbor, another person, a friend, a colleague. Kindness, selflessness. It's important we go back to the basics of who we are as human beings. And this is what this installation means to me. So, I am so proud to be in the nation's capital. Yeah, so proud. Very, very proud to be here, to see it in its own beauty. I walked around here last night, and I am truly, truly humbled, Your Excellency, that you've given me and the Humanity installation and all of us the ability to speak about how we feel. It's so important. Find yourselves, find your beautiful hearts, and be happy. We're going to a better place in the world now. We've come out of something difficult, and I'm telling you, it'll be better. And I'm promising you, we will win with the Raptors, okay? Without any further ado, I'd love to welcome my incredible friend, the Prime Minister, His Excellency, Justin Trudeau. Thank you.
Thank you, Masai, for being here, for your words, for this amazing art installation that fits so well in this beautiful city, but would fit so well in any city across the country, and I certainly hope it continues to travel. But thank you for everything you do. Everything you do to make our community stronger, to inspire people, especially young people like my son Xavier here, but make sure that people know that as we pull together, as we work hard, as we lean on each other, we can build communities that can do anything, including winning an NBA championship. Merci aussi à Mona, Tobi, Jim, et à tous ceux qui se joignent à nous aujourd'hui. Although before I begin, I want to offer my condolences to Akie Abe, the wife of former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, and to the rest of his family and loved ones. Our thoughts are with you and with the people of Japan today. I knew Shinzo for many years. He was a thoughtful, compassionate, strong leader who understood the importance of service, understood the importance of building a better world, better opportunities for his citizens, but stepping up and getting involved in issues around the world that really, really mattered. He was a great friend and a partner to Canada. He was a man of immense talent, and not just his family, not just the entire country of Japan, but the entire world feels his loss. Compounded by the fact that to see a senseless act of violence when he was busy doing what he loved in serving his community, serving his country, stepping up in a political campaign is horrifically disturbing. It is important that all of us recommit ourselves to the values and principles of democracy, which hold that, yes, there will be incredible diversity of perspectives, of opinions, of views on how we need to go forward. But in a democracy, that is settled not just at the ballot box, but in between times of ballots, through conversation, through dialogue, through speaking our truths, sharing our concerns, but also through listening to each other. And we must all join together in condemning and pushing back against any threats of violence, any threats of intimidation and division that undermine the public space that we occupy in a democracy in which we all feel safe to contribute, to share, and to serve. Je veux offrir mes condoléances à l'épouse de l'ancien Premier ministre japonais Shinzo Abe, Akie, ainsi qu'au peuple, à sa famille et à ses proches. Et on est de tout cœur avec vous et avec le peuple japonais aujourd'hui. Abe était Shinzo était un grand ami au Canada, aux Canadiens, mais aussi à moi-même. Son leadership, il était là quand j'étais élu pour la première fois, et son modèle, sa compassion, son humanité et sa vision pour l'avenir nous inspirent tous et nous inspirera ensemble. On va toujours s'opposer fermement à tout type de violence politique, de menace ou d'intimidation qui met nos démocraties en danger. C'est une triste nouvelle qui, en contraste avec le message positif pour lequel on est rassemblés aujourd'hui, doit souligner à quel point c'est important qu'on prend rien que pour acquis et qu'on continue de travailler ensemble pour bâtir, rebâtir, retrouver notre humanité collective. On days like today, we're reminded again that our world needs more positivity and more hope. This art installation is made up of 35 words inspired by Nelson Mandela's legacy. For Masai, these words reflect the meaning of humanity, inspiring words like human rights, generosity, unity. One of the reasons why the concept of this art installation is great is because it reminds us of the importance of words. It's easy to sort of shrug off words, and certainly we hear it all the time in Ottawa. Oh, those are just words. What are you doing in terms of action? And yes, action is essential. Action happens every day by everyone who lives and serves in this place and across this country. But words matter. Words drive deep into us. They shape us. Words assembled into stories. Words assembled into desires and ambitions. Words are important because they define us as humans. C'est avec les mots qu'on communique, c'est avec les mots qu'on arrive à se comprendre, c'est avec les mots qu'on peut travailler ensemble pour transformer nos paroles en actions concrètes pour bâtir un monde meilleur. Ça ne veut pas dire que c'est simple, parce que la beauté des mots, c'est qu'ils peuvent prendre un sens différent d'une personne à l'autre. One of the 35 words on this installation is family. Family can have different meanings for different people. For example, if you were adopted as a kid, or if you have a chosen family as an adult, if you play sports and your teammates become your second family, or part of a political movement that you see as a family. We all have unique color and layer that we put onto each of these words. And that's what the humanity movement is all about. It's about seeing each other and trying to understand what other people are thinking, what people are going through. Humanity is about empathy. It's about understanding that as different as the person across from you may be, in their background, in their story, in their religion, in their skin color, they are the same. We have the same fears, we have the same hopes, the same desires for our kids, the same hopes and dreams for ourselves. Masai, you've always said that the one thing that you love to see at Raptors games, other than, the score appropriately high for the Raptors, is the diversity of the crowd. The fact that people come from everywhere and that they're united when they cheer for their team. The message of your art installation is one of hope. The hope that we can all live together, regardless of our differences, and continue to foster equality. But not just foster it, fight for it. Know that all of us have moments in our lives when we need to fight for our opportunities, but usually many more moments in which we need to stand as allies, fighting for the opportunities of someone beside you. And more than just fighting for yourself, fighting for your neighbor, fighting for your fellow citizen, fighting for someone you've never met on the other side of the country, fighting for someone who you might disagree with on all sorts of things, but still fight for, fighting for humanity. These are the things that define us. When you fight, are you fighting for something? Or are you fighting against? Are you fighting for others? For the values and principles that bring us together? Merci, Masai, pour cette œuvre qui a pour but de nous rassembler et de nous faire réfléchir. On sait, pendant ces moments de crise énorme à travers le monde, et ici chez nous, avec le coût de la vie, avec les défis de la guerre en Ukraine, avec la pandémie qui continue. Merci de nous rassembler pour nous rappeler qu'est-ce qu'il faut continuer à faire ensemble pour bâtir un monde plus juste et plus humain. Mais avec des leaders comme toi, Masai, et avec des millions de Canadiens qui font des efforts à chaque jour vers un meilleur avenir, je sais qu'on est ensemble en train d'avancer dans la bonne direction. There is so much trouble in the world that we all face a choice. Do we crumple or do we stand? Do we hide alone or do we pull together? And I know in the first moments of this pandemic, there was a moment where we all literally hunkered down. But after that, we saw Canadians come into themselves and lean forward in supporting their neighbors, in supporting their communities, in supporting our frontline health workers. That's the story of this pandemic. That's the story of the fight against climate change as Canadians step up. That's the fight in standing up for democracy by supporting our friends in Ukraine. And it's the fight we have to make sure we're creating better opportunities, not just for the wealthy, but for everyone in this country through these difficult economic times. There is nothing we can't do when we pull together to face down challenges and believe in our capacity to solve them. That's what has created Canada into this country we are today. And that's what the world and that's what humanity needs more of. So I thank you all for gathering here today, and it's so good to be here with you, Masai. Merci, mon ami.
Monsieur le Premier Ministre, Masai, if I may, thank you for this learning opportunity, this experience, and thank you for sharing your compassion on how unity and humanity has to be part of our responsibility as human beings. Thank you so much. And I also want to share with you that we have many activists here, many stories that are making that change. And I just want to thank you again for everything that you do. Tous ceux et celles ici présents, vous faites une différence dans notre communauté. So again, thank you. This is an example of what we need to continue to do together. And this will remind us on how we can continue that. Thank you so much. Alors, yes, please, applause. Very good. Now, again, thank you for your presence today, and I know that you will remember this. This monument installation will be here until September 15th, and I hope that you'll take the time to really understand, and afterwards, have an action of how we can perpetuate those 35 words that are there. Alors, merci beaucoup pour tout ce que vous avez fait aujourd'hui pour être ici. Ça conclut la portion de la cérémonie de cet après-midi. Thank you very much for all being here. Bon après-midi. Merci and miigwech.